Cadillac's hit music station, 1079 CDY. It is time for Cadillac Unscripted, sponsored by Independent Bank. We talk about good things going on in the community. And After 26 Depot Cafe is one of the best things, I think, in the community. Don't you think, Katy?
It's heartwarming what they do, what they are, the awareness they bring to the community. You make us better. You know that, Kelly?
Well, thank you. You give me goosebumps as you say that, so I appreciate it.
Kelly Hondorp is the general manager of After 26 Depot Cafe. And later today, there's going to be a big event that's, this is actually the 7th year of it, isn't it?
The 7th annual.
Last year, you probably didn't know if you were going to have a 6th annual or not.
We had no idea. In fact, it was a last-minute decision. I think finally about a week prior to the event, we said, let's do it. And we did.
What is it?
So the 7th Annual Depot Music Festival is our largest fundraising event of the year.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, because we are a nonprofit restaurant, we oftentimes have our expenses are a lot more than what we bring in as a restaurant. And that is because we have a lot higher labor due to the fact that we employ adults with developmental disabilities and cognitive impairments. So we have our bussers and our dishwashers, and those are typically the jobs that would get cut first in a restaurant.
Right.
But because of who we are and what we do, we employ those individuals. And so we look for ways to offset our costs. And obviously the music festival is our largest fundraiser, and that's what we do every year.
Wow. So for our listeners out there that don't know how After 26 came to be, can you give us a little history?
Sure. So the After 26 Depot Cafe was an idea that was brought upon by some retired ISD teachers, volunteers in the community, parents that had children with special needs. They were wondering, what am I going to do with my child after the age of 26? And the reason why that number is so key is because in the state of Michigan, at the age of 26, adults with special needs graduate or they age out of the public school system. Right. So there was a restaurant in Chesaning, Michigan called Junction of Hope. It was the first nonprofit restaurant in the United States, and they were doing what exactly we do now. So they were running a restaurant, employing adults with special needs, and the After 26 project was developed with that same idea, and we just actually celebrated our 8th anniversary being open as a restaurant, June 4th. And so, yeah, we're just a great place to go. We have wonderful food, great service, and our atmosphere is wonderful. Yes. And the project workers just, they help with that feeling.
Absolutely. Good vibes in that restaurant, Rich.
You talk about the atmosphere, but there had to have been a vision at some point for someone to walk into that building and say, this could be this at some point, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I was not involved back in that time, but I do know that the board searched high and low for different areas to have the depot. Well, it was obviously later named the depot for various reasons, but the obvious one was that it's in the old train station. It's the old depot. So, but what a great location. I say that I have one of the best locations for a job in all of Cadillac. I'm right there. I'm right by the city park, right by the new market, literally steps from the train and overlooking Lake Cadillac. It's such a wonderful place.
You love what you do.
I do. I know. I do.
She's smiling from ear to ear as she talks about her job, Rich.
You were brought in as the general manager, but you had some prior experience in food service. What did you do before you did this?
Well, before moving to Cadillac, which has only been 4 years ago now, I was a special events coordinator at Tullymore Golf Resort in Canadian Lake. So I was not so much into the food and beverage part. Obviously, with special events, doing weddings and corporate events, you dabble with food and beverage. But I had owned my own restaurant many, many, many years ago, said I never really wanted to go back into food and beverage again. And actually this job kind of found me. And I said, oh, sure, I can run a restaurant, but I've never worked with special needs before. And I'm here to tell you right now, the reason I stay is because of the individuals with special needs. They are the best employees ever. They're so hardworking. They show up with a smile on their face, no drama. And especially right now with the labor shortage and people don't want to work, these individuals want to work. They want to be there. They want to have a purpose, and they love it. This is their home. And I just couldn't imagine what would happen if this opportunity weren't there for them.
And I'm sorry, but for a long period of time last year, that opportunity wasn't there for them.
I was just going to ask you about that, Kelly, because a year ago we were saying, tell us about the job. And you said, I miss those people. I miss my friends. I miss our team.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so nice to be back to somewhat normal. I mean, the restaurant industry as a whole has faced so many hurdles and challenges, and we continue to face those challenges. But it's just nice to be able to know that we are back, operating somewhat normal, and just being able to write a schedule for my project workers and know that they have an opportunity to work again.
Awesome. Can you give us some specifics about what's going to happen today at the festival? How many bands, how many acts, the venue?
Yeah. So starting at 3:00, we are going to have various acts. So, for instance, a lot of returning acts. We have the Landing Dance Academy, which is always a crowd favorite. Once Upon a Bison is also returning. Late March is a band that is new to the event. However, there are local... I heard a new word. It was like, I can't remember, Cadillacans or something. Cadillacans. There you go. See, I'm not one. So there's 3 members of this band that are from Cadillac. Feeding Grizzlies and the American Hotel System, along with Adam Joint. Those are all returnees from previous years. And then our headliner this year is Speedball Tucker. So they are a new band to our Depot Music Festival. So the music runs from about 3 to 9. We have been running an online auction, which has been just a huge hit. So we're super excited about that. We will have some in-person raffles going on as well. We have vendors in the city park. So the old Made in Michigan market is reuniting and going to be doing some vendor booths in the park. Neat. We will have food off from the Depot patio, so come hungry.
Yummy.
We just actually added Little Mexico is partnering with us, and they're going to be serving margaritas, so we're excited about that. 50-50, and then obviously we'll have our Depot merchandise available as well.
Awesome.
So,
in past years, how much has this event raised?
In the past, we've raised anywhere from, $12,000 to $20,000. So we are right on track to do the same this year. We do have donation jars along most of the areas to have people do donations. And typically people are so generous, not just throughout the year, but at this event especially.
So they don't need ticket. They don't need a ticket.
No, this is a free event.
Wow.
Yeah, come as you are.
How about come generous?
Yes.
Come with pockets full of money.
Please.
So you talk about donors and your volunteers and your board of directors. So, Rich, do you know Jackie Saltman?
I sure do.
Okay. Would you ever say no to Jackie Saltman?
No.
Okay. What if Jackie Saltman asks you to make 6 cakes for this event? Yes. And auction them off? I can't tell her no. She leaves my office and my business partner looked at me and she goes, you are such a... You just can't say no. I said, well, not to Jackie.
Yeah.
Or to this amazing nonprofit, too.
Right.
6 cakes. That's about 12 sticks of butter, isn't it?
Oh, at least. You don't want to know how many bags of chocolate chips we got going on.
Okay.
So I'll tell you what's going to be the favorite cake among the ladies. It's called the Tall, Dark, and Delicious. You get it? It's a play on words here, Rich. Tall, Dark, and Delicious. It is covered in chopped candy bars. 6 different types of candy bars are chopped onto this cake.
Which 6 candy bars are they?
Okay. If you must know.
I must.
Butterfingers.
Oh, good.
Milky Way.
Ooh.
Heath Bar.
Okay.
Snickers.
Okay.
Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
Okay.
Babe Ruth. Oh. Boom.
Oh, goodness. There's only one thing there that was missing.
What?
Kit Kats.
Well, that could be added.
Okay.
But then we have to add another adjective. It has to be like the tall, stormy, dark, and delicious, or something like this. You see?
Okay.
Yes.
So
yes.
6 of them, 6 different ones.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that is on our online auction.
Yes.
And I just all of a sudden, it's like I can hear the bids going up as we're speaking about it.
Oh, good.
The online auction continues. Is it through Monday?
It's
through the 2nd?
It's actually through Sunday.
Through tomorrow.
So Sunday, yes, August 1st.
Okay.
And it goes until 5 p.m.
So
and
the
then,
bidding deadline is 5 o'clock. So
Yes.
if you want to jump in there at 4:58.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. And
TikTok.
then pickup is going to be on Monday, August 2nd at the depot. So, all the details are on our Facebook page. They're also on our website. And so we're so excited. We love, obviously, Jackie. We love Katy for donating her delicious cakes. And there's more than just the tall, dark, and delicious. But, we've had just wonderful support from people who have donated items. So
I believe in this case, you get what you give, and you give a lot. And so when it comes time to ask, people step up.
100%. I mean, it's all about the mission. And when the mission is on target and serving people and making the community a better place, you got to go with it. And you have to step up and you have to be generous. We're going to go to break. We're going to be back with more of After 26 and Kelly Hondorp, one of our favorite guests, right after this.
This is Cadillac Unscripted on 107.9 CDY, a half hour of local chat. It's sponsored by Independent Bank. And our guest this morning is Kelly Hondorp, General Manager of the After 26 Depot Cafe in Cadillac. And we've been kind of talking a little bit about, obviously, the big event today, the 7th annual After 26 Depot Music Fest. But, Kelly, you and I were talking, and this is not, you are not immune to this, but finding good employees. How hard is it right now?
it's a real struggle right now. And, one of my biggest struggles, I would say, with running the Depot Cafe is a lot of the misconceptions that come with working there.
I see.
And not just come with working there, but come with who we are. A lot of people think that we are an in-house shelter or network, that people with just special needs work there, and that we're not open to the public. So not only are we trying to establish the fact that we're a restaurant that functions like any normal restaurant. We serve breakfast and lunch 6 days a week. We're open to the public. Anyone can come in, but that we don't just employ adults with special needs. So all of our servers, all of our cooks, our job coaches, hey, they're like us, they're
Regular
folks.
Yeah.
And so we have had a huge struggle finding people who want to work.
Right.
And, it's really unfortunate, not just in the hospitality industry, but especially at After 26, because it's such a great place to work. And, when I tell people that my project workers are what keep me there, it's like I almost wonder why other people can't see that.
Right.
Working with someone who's so happy to come to work every day
Right.
makes your job just that much better.
It's true.
And those project workers, they are all about making everyone else happy. And, with the struggles that they've been handed in their life, everyone needs to just take a lesson out of their book and just reevaluate themselves. So
Smile and be grateful.
Yeah, I know I just went on a little tangent there, but yeah, it's such a shame that the restaurant industry in general, that they're having a hard time, that we all are having a hard time finding people who want to work. But the After 26 it's just so much more than a job.
Well, and this is an opportunity right now. We're giving you a chance with the microphone, Kelly, to say, hey, come work for us.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
right.
Because it's a totally different vibe than a lot of places, right?
Right.
Right. If you're a morning person, this is a job for you. We start at 6:30, and 95% of the time you're done by 2:30. You're home to spend the evenings with your family.
Nice.
It's just, and it's so much more than that. We offer medical and dental and vision benefits now. We really try to take care of our employees. And so we're looking for cooks, we're looking for servers, we're always looking for volunteers because we are a nonprofit. So people who want to just come in and help out in various different capacities, there's always an opportunity there. So we're looking for board members too. We've got some board members that are, they're resigning. They've been on the board for a while. So we have some of those spots available as well. So if you want to be my boss, I sometimes hesitate about that, but so I currently have 6 bosses, 6 board members, but we've got one that's leaving soon. So we're looking for lots of different spots to fill.
And the best way to serve your community.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Best way to get a hold of you is get on your website, and all your contact information is on there.
Emails are good. I've been playing the server and the cook role on various occasions, so email is usually the best way to get a hold of me.
Okay.
But yeah.
So, there can be stigmas about folks that have special needs, and I think you do us a very good service of showing us these folks that maybe some of them we wouldn't normally get to know or get to meet,
right,
or get to interact with. And so thank you for that.
Oh, my pleasure. Yeah. And that really that's become the goal, or that is the mission of the After 26, is to get them recognized so that people understand that given the tools that these people can do just as much, if not more, than anyone else.
Awesome.
Yep.
And they bring a great attitude to work.
Oh, amazing.
And you know as well as I do, attitude is everything.
Attitude is altitude. How about that? It is.
Yeah.
So, Kelly, this is my favorite question to ask nonprofit directors. If money were no object, where would you take After 26?
Oh gosh, if money were no object, if money were no object, I would definitely look at expanding into the dinner business.
No kidding.
Oh, absolutely. I think that that we would have a lot to offer. Being such a phenomenal location, and we really have a beautiful, beautiful restaurant.
You sure do. Outdoor seating.
Absolutely. And if we had more project workers that had easier transportation in the evenings, I think, and obviously more staffing, then that would definitely be something. We could hire an assistant manager, and then I would love to expand into dinner, but it's just not feasible right now, especially with the way that we operate. So
maybe there's a philanthropist out there listening this morning, and maybe that person just might write you a big check. You never know. Someone could also bequeath you money.
Right.
That could happen too.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And, I guess other than that, we get a lot of inquiries from actually all over the United States on how can we do something similar to the After 26 in our community. So if money were no object, it would be phenomenal to be able to help these other locations get something similar to what the After 26 is in Cadillac.
It's interesting because now you have people coming to you because Chesaning was the template for this, and now you have people coming to you asking you, how do we do this?
Yeah, and it's such an honor.
Sure.
It really is. And, the unfortunate part always comes down to time and money. People, they see it, they see it through us, they know it's possible, but it's that time commitment and goodness, I've said it a million times and I'll say it a million more. Thank goodness for that board of directors that really were on a mission to make the mission of the After 26 go forward, because it is a ton of hard work and a ton of time, and they just hit the ground running and never gave up. And for that, I'm super thankful, and I know that all of the project workers are as well.
The community is.
We haven't talked about this, but the lack of personnel that you have, has that affected the ability for folks to utilize the building for special parties, things like that?
To an extent, yes.
Okay.
I have still been able to offer that service. It has been something that I have been doing most of the work. So,
oh my goodness.
Well, and it's okay because, again, it's all about bringing awareness to who we are and what we do. Okay. So I might work a lot of hours, but that's my passion, educating people on what we are, who we are, what we do, and what we can offer just helps us for that down the road when we do hopefully have full staff.
Awesome.
So if somebody wanted to have a wedding or a graduation party or some sort of event, the venue is still possibly available.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
And you'll
most
get
definitely.
you'll get to hang with her smiling face.
Absolutely.
Because she's going to be one doing all the work. So we're foodies, Rich and I, and so we're curious. What's your favorite thing on the menu?
Oh gosh. People ask that all the time, and I always say anything on the menu that has a train is a depot favorite.
Okay.
But we've had a lot of wonderful specials lately, and chicken burger has been like, people have just been raving about our chicken burger. We do one in the morning. It's a waffle chicken burger.
Oh, boy.
And we do one at lunch. It's a mushroom Swiss chicken burger. So those are really great. But sweet potato scrambler in the morning, that's probably my favorite.
Yummy.
It's so good.
It's eggs in with the sweet potatoes.
Yeah, so we do diced maple sweet roasted potatoes with sweet potato tots, and then we mix it with feta cheese and sausage, and it's just delicious. Top it with a couple of over easy eggs with Mike's hot honey. It's so good.
Rich, why didn't you have her bring something for us to try?
So I've got to say, breakfast, and I will say this, often I will drive by the depot on the way to high school to take my kids to the high school. More people need to come to breakfast.
Yeah.
Because there are times when I will drive by when there's maybe one or two cars there.
Oh, yeah.
And there needs to be more, because I think breakfast at After 26 is probably the best kept secret in town.
Yeah.
I'm going there next week, and I'm ordering exactly that thing with the sweet potatoes and the Mike's hot honey, and I'm going to eat the entire thing of it myself. We think
And
about
it comes
that.
with a fresh fruit cup.
Oh, whoa,
Fresh
whoa,
fruit,
whoa,
yeah.
yay.
Yep.
Can I bring my phone and we'll go Facebook Live while you mouth
Yeah.
I don't
out?
want everyone to see food all the time. No, that's why I'm in radio, Rich.
Okay.
Shh, no,
All
please.
right. All right, so let's kind of circle back and talk about today's event.
Yes.
How folks can support After 26. Who's on when, the schedule at the Rotary Performing Arts Pavilion.
So at 3:00, my face is up on stage for about 10 minutes. We just do welcome and announcements starting at 3:10, and usually each performance.
Something you're comfortable with, or something you do because you have to?
I do it because I have
Okay.
to. I do. I'm not a big, sitting behind the microphone, people can't see how red and blotchy I get, but in person they can. So, but again, it's my mission to educate people, so I do it. So at 3:10, the Landing Dance Academy, so all those crazy dance parents get to come and cheer on their kiddos, and I just love it. 3:50, Once Upon a Bison comes on. 4:30 is the newcomer Late March. At 5:10, Feeding Grizzlies returns. 5:50, the American Hotel System, which was our act last year, our headliner, sorry. At 6:30 is Adam Joint. Everybody knows and loves Adam Joint, and he's bringing his band this year. At 7:15, we'll go for a dinner break. So it'll be last call for hamburgers and hot dogs. We're doing some wraps and whatnot. While supplies last, obviously. And then at 7:45 is when Speedball Tucker takes the stage for our headliner. Again, we'll have merchandise. We'll have 50/50. We're going to have the vendors set up in the park. And it's just going to be a wonderful, wonderful day.
And the online auction continues for one day beyond.
Correct. Yes.
Well, and we have all this pent up desire to go and do and see and interact. I mean, I suspect you are going to be packed. And so, question, Kelly Hondorp will say it was a success if you raise how much?
It will be a success if we raise 15,000, but I'm going to shoot for the moon. I'm going to say we're going to do 20 this year.
All right.
Yeah. I say it's going to be even better than what we've had in the past years. And I think it's just going to be wonderful.
You're too nice to say it, so I'll say it. Everybody get out your checkbook. Huh?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Last thing I want you to do, all of them. All of your gold sponsors.
Okay.
Highlight them all.
Okay. Gold sponsors. So we have the DTE Energy Foundation, huge supporter of ours. 1079 CDY, 1071 The Drive, Tri-County Busing, Van Dree Home Furnishings, Mackinac Trail Pediatrics, Shepherd's and Hofstra PC, Midwestern Broadcasting, Phil and Jan Potvin, Mercantile Bank of Michigan, Cadillac News, Cadillac Tire Center, Rotary Club of Cadillac, B&P Manufacturing, Cadillac Java, Rexair, and Newsnet.
Thank you to our sponsors.
Yes.
And that list of sponsors really shows the level of support in this community for what After 26 is doing.
Yep, absolutely. And there's so many more sponsors that we have in our passenger car and lumber car levels that, people were very, very generous this year, and we appreciate it.
Kelly, thank you so much for the service for your employees, but for what you do for Cadillac.
Absolutely. My pleasure.
3 till 9 today. Don't miss it. Downtown, the most beautiful spot you could ever have at the Rotary Performing Arts Pavilion right there in front of Lake Cadillac. Support the After 26 Depot Cafe at the After 26 7th Annual Depot Music Fest this afternoon in downtown Cadillac. Join us next time, same station, for more local chat on Cadillac Unscripted, sponsored by Independent Bank on 107.9 CDY.